So, yeah, but at the end of the debate, we had a debate in our family, and there was only one issue that our family debated about it, and it was all about Labour's water tax and how it would affect farmers. Now, the reason for this is that my son, the 21-year-old, is at university studying environmental science, and they've been talking about this issue about water for years in his lectures. He's learnt, and this is what he said to me, he said, well, the thing is, this is a problem that's actually decreasing. He says sustainable rural practices are a generational issue. There's a generation of old-time farmers who believe it's their mission to screw as much out of the land as is possible. But he says they're being replaced by a new generation who believe in sustainability. A generation wanting to rehabilitate the land because dirty water makes dirty milk and a lot less of it. He's been learning that the farming community has been fixing itself up without being hectored by a government. And he also noted, and I agreed too, that rural pollution pales into insignificance beside urban population and pollution. So, thinking about what he was saying, rather than the water tax seeming like an answer to an environmental problem, it does have the overtones of a punishment for the behaviour of a particular sector of our society, the farming sector, a sector that contributes significant amount to all our pay packets. And so anyway, yesterday, the Greens came out, and we heard about the Greens farming policy, and they would put a moratorium on new dairy farms operating in New Zealand, and they would slug farmers with a nitrate pollution levy to help reduce water pollution. They're wanting to put the brakes on dairying. They say that farmers with this nitrate pollution levy would pay no more than 5% of their pre-tax profit. Still 5% though, isn't it? The Greens say they could raise near enough $140 million with that nitrate tax, and then they'd go and spend that on more rehabilitation. Well, yesterday I was listening to the radio and I heard the policy greeted with disdain by farmers, just the same way they greeted the proposed water tax from Labour. And I heard something yesterday and I went, oh yeah, there's the point that my boy was making as well. Federated Farmers Dairy Chairman Chris Lewis says it would strip out discretionary spending on anything farmers want to do for the environment. For instance, he says on his farm, over the past 5 years, in the Waikato, he has planted 20,000 native trees. Would this continue, Chris?
So what a tax like that, that'll stop. Any fencing we want to do in farming, stop. Any environmental good work we want to do, it'll just stop.
Now, why would it stop? It would stop because they're having to pay the money to the government, who then wants to go ahead and do the job that many farmers are already doing. This all goes back to what my son said. Why do Labour and the Greens feel that they can spend farmers' money on the environment better than the farmers themselves already are? Why punish the farmers living with a tax and then drip feed the money back to fix what they're already fixing, in many cases? And it just seems to me that Labour and Greens have a belief that tax is a silver bullet which they can use to attack any people doing things they don't like. We've always done that for smokers. They believe they can do it for more. My belief is that tax is a contribution we all fairly make to fund the country we all live in and all contribute to in whatever way we can. So if you're going to tax water, tax everybody, not just the farmers. Or if you're going to put money in, put our money into the farms. But Labour and the Greens think taxes are a punishment, and I don't think that's right. If the Greens want to fix the nitrate problem, maybe they should just be giving the farmers more money to fix it themselves, rather than taking their money away, which hits us all in the pocket.